What's going on, y'all, man? My Hurricanes survived the upset. Today was upset central, man. When I say so many teams lost, I think it was 5 teams in the top 15 lost today. That is insane. This was a great day of college football. Yeah, man, that was our largest win since 2003. I know some people are going to call it that hit by Blazenthie, you know what I'm saying, and what he did to the quarterback there, that should have been targeting. I know it's going to probably be a little controversial, man, but the fact that they was able to do that, down 35-10, y'all. 35-10. Now, look, I did not watch the first half, right? I was at the Georgia Tech game covering that. Obviously, you guys know I write for SI covering them. I'll have, updates on that and everything later and all the press conferences and everything. But I did want to watch the tail end of this one. I watched probably about late third quarter on. And I ain't gonna lie, man, when I had seen, now I watched the replay because I didn't get to see the first 5-6 minutes of the third quarter. But I watched the replay. I was like, man, he threw that pick six. It ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too good. But man, the defense got right. Not their best game to say the least, but the fact that they were able to get those stops late in the game and peep this, y'all. In those 18 minutes, they scored 29 points, outscored them 29-3 after they had a 35-10 lead. That is not easy to do, man, at all. And I know some people are going to say, well, the wins is controversial for Miami and the college football playoff just wants them in, or, they just want them in the ACC championship game. Yeah, you can say what you can. They had them on the ropes, though. You got to knock this Miami team out. That's one thing I learned tonight. They're not here to play, even if they're struggling. They got to play a more full, complete game, if I had to say the least. But this is a team that can fight adversity, battle through it, and win, man. This was huge to win on the road in California, traveling over 3,000 miles in order to come out with a victory. 6-0, man, and one of the few teams today that avoided an upset. Shout out to them, man. But now breaking down the game in terms of stats. And like I said, I didn't get to see the beginning, so I don't know what happened. I know they took the lead early in the game 7-0. California responded back, tying it at 7-7. But you look at the game, you'd be like, well, why was this really a game if you didn't watch it? You didn't see the turnovers and some of the plays, how they struggled early in the game. They had 29 first downs, so only 12 for Cal, right? They were more efficient on third down, 7 for 16 compared to 2 for 10. They had more yards, 575 compared to 370, right? They had more time of possession, 37 to compare to 22 minutes. And they also had more rushing yards as well. So they really outgained them in a bunch. The key category, though, is right here, where you see the penalties. 9 for 110, 6 for 43. Got to be a more disciplined team, especially when you win and defeat teams like that. But you're going to get every team's best shot, right? Because you're getting a lot of hype, national spotlights on you. Everybody's expecting Miami to be this great team. So you got to come with your chin strap ready every single week. I'm not saying that they don't have it ready, but you're going to get every team's best shot. You got to be ready, you know what I'm saying? But they outgained them in every category. Now, let me be the first to say, Cam Ward is him. 437 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. I love his resolve. I love the way how he plays towards the end of games. He just got to clean up his act earlier in the game. Not turn over the football, right? Not having fumbles or interceptions. But he leads the FBS with 20 passing touchdowns this year. That's how elite he is. And when it's crunch time, he don't seem to make a mistake. So I do want to give him credit there. But got to be better earlier. When you play these elite teams like Virginia Tech, okay, cool. You escaped with a win. California, okay, they're building program and they're looking for a major significant program defining win. They dang near got it. But when you play an elite team, like you play like a Clemson, you play a Bama potentially, Ohio State, a Oregon, a Texas. When you play these elite teams, you're not going to be the hassle starts, right? You're not going to have to be able to be 28-10 down. You're probably going to be done. Because them elite defense is not going, even though this offense is elite, them elite defenses is not going to allow you to get back in the game. They're going to find out a way, and the offense on the other side of the ball is going to find a way to put you out and put you away. So definitely got to play better. It is refreshing to see as a fan that they can pull games like this out. It was nerve-wracking as well, but you'll definitely take it. And I got to give a shout out to Mark Fletcher as well, man. Big game for him tonight. 81 yards rushing, 7.4 yards to carry a touchdown. Damian Martinez, not his best game, but 42 yards rushing, a touchdown as well. Had some key plays in the game late and helped them squeak it out as well. He played great. Then my guy Xavier Restrepo, man. How about that long pass he had when Miami needed it the most? They made California punt. He comes up with the big catch to get him all the way down into the red zone. Basically took a deep, shallow cross, made the first defender miss, and showed that speed and that agility and that yak yardage ability as well. 7 catches, 163 yards, man. He was absolutely incredible. Isaiah Horton was another key factor. 9 catches, 83 yards, and a tutty. And also Jacoby George with 5 catches for 59 yards, man. A great game overall. And obviously Elijah Arroyo caught the game winner, man. So he got a whole bunch of weapons at his disposal. Elite backfield with Mark Fletcher and obviously Damian Martinez. And it's also some pretty elite weapons, man. But like I said, just got to put it more together for 4 quarters. But shout out to my team. Shout out to my Hurricanes, man, for pulling this out. You know, when a lot of teams lost today, man. And I think it just pales to the parity of college football. I'm going to talk about it more in another video when I break down some of these games. Obviously, the AP poll is going to drop tomorrow as well. So much to react to. You know, if I was not working tonight, I would have reacted to all the major upsets that I've seen today. But I unfortunately didn't get a chance to. But I will later. Got a lot of content to get out to y'all. But I'm happy, man. Happy. My Hurricanes came up big. Ruben Cain's another one I want to highlight as well real quick before I end off the video. He had a pretty big game, and getting pressure on the quarterback. That allowed them to get Miami back into this game. So that's something that makes me feel good. They can get pressure on the quarterback. Their secondary can hold up when it matters most. Just got to be better earlier in the game, especially when you're going to eventually play elite teams. But nonetheless, man, my Hurricanes win. I'm happy with that. Got a lot to work on, a lot to get through. But they have a pretty winnable schedule, man. For the most part. Next, they got Louisville. It's a winnable game. They still got to play Syracuse. They got an explosive offense, you know, in their Carrier Dome. Then they got to play Georgia Tech. Y'all know how I feel about Georgia Tech, man. Georgia Tech, they ain't no slouch, man. They got a really good offense, man. And if they can handle them explosive plays how they're accustomed to, that could be a tough matchup. But other than that, for the most part, Miami should go, for the most part, undefeated. That one with Georgia Tech, though, I kind of have circled as a game. They could stumble potentially. But other than that, man, you look at their schedule, they should be good up into the ACC championship game potentially. So go Canes, hashtag the U. We still undefeated, baby, man. I'm excited, man. It's a great year for us. Cam Ward's a Heisman candidate. He does it game in, game out, and he did it on another Saturday night. Yes, sir.